Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Starsector version 0.96a-RC10, and this is the Combined Arms Astral. It has no association with the mod called Combined Arms. It's purely a vanilla ship. So what this ship is using is 5 longbows and 1 wasp. Why the 1 wasp? Well, it's going to go ahead of the longbows whenever the ship sends out its longbows, and it will clear any fighters that it can. These guys do have mines that they will throw out in front of them that can take out enemy fighters very effectively. And their PD lasers can blunt at least a little bit the missiles that might be coming in for your longbows, as well as taking out some of the weaker interceptors that might be coming their way. But alright, what we have here is this ship. Well, for one, we need it to have some sort of attacking weapon, otherwise it will stay really far away from the enemy. And 2, we just have burst PD and heavy burst lasers on everything. What this translates to is that any fighters that get anywhere near this ship are basically just dead. There's not a whole lot they can do about that. So 1, this will clear the skies of any missiles and any hostile fighters that are coming its way. After that, it has 2 Squall MLRS missile slots. These and the longbows are what are going to put hard flux on enemy ships that you are trying to kill with the Combined Arms Paragon. So, if you mix this with the Combined Arms Paragon, basically these guys will just start wrecking people constantly. So keep that in mind. This ship is not intended to be used alone. You are intended to use this with other Combined Arms ships. But alright, let's look at the build. We have the ECCM package, we have expanded missile racks, integrated targeting unit. These 3 built in, those are the most expensive ones. Then we have stabilized shields, just to half of this cost, and then expanded missile racks, expanded magazines, so that you can fire these more often. Now, something that's important: stabilized shields, you should really consider putting this on all of your ships if the cost to put it on is basically less than, at least or less than half the cost of the actual shield flux per second cost. So in essence, we are getting somewhere in the vicinity of 21 vents for 15 vents, basically, of equivalent cost. So we're actually doing really well using stabilized shields here. So this ship is intended to basically just clear the skies, be anti-fighter, be anti-missile, while also being anti-shield on the enemy ship. But let's look at the pilot that you want to be putting on this, the officer. So you want them to have elite helmsmanship, elite field modulation, elite point defense, and elite missile specialization. So the point defense is actually kind of important because it is going to increase the range of all your point defense weapons by 200, while also making all of these weapons do extra damage, and the Wasp do extra damage to enemy ships, enemy fighters, and enemy missiles. Now, the other thing is that when we go over here, we are going to see things like carrier group and some other things that are going to allow us to deal a lot more damage with that point defense. And there is the other thing that if you want to get 4 elite skills on a pilot, you need to add, well, this one, cybernetic augmentation, as well as officer training. But alright, that's the build, that's the officer, and those are the skills you need. Remember, the ship is intended, oh, and also, so the tactical lasers here, because if a ship does not have an offensive weapon to use, it will pretty much just stay as far away from enemy ships as it possibly can. This guy moves about as fast as the Combined Arms Paragon, so it'll work out pretty well. Just have this escort whatever warship is going to be your main ship, and everything should work out fairly well. But alright guys, my name is Muir. If this video gets 200 likes, I will consider making a Combined Arms play through not the mod, just the fleet doctrine, and we will go from there. But alright guys, go ahead, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.